President Cyril Ramaphosa says that South Africa supports the expansion of BRICS. Ramaphosa was addressing the nation from the Union buildings last night on the country's foreign policy ahead of the 15th BRICS Summit, which is scheduled to kick off tomorrow. Ramaphosa revealed that more than 20 countries have formally applied to join BRICS, with several more having expressed a desire to become members. Now let us dig further into this discussion with Patrick Kadima Lukusa, who is a legal analyst. Thank you so much for joining us, Patrick. Look, President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday said that expanding BRICS is key to the emerging markets group to achieve its goals of promoting multilateralism. Should BRICS really expand, do you think?
Thank you and good afternoon to your viewers. First of all, this expansion has not garnered the full support of all BRICS members. We have seen that India has sort of resisted to expanding the BRICS group of nations. We have also seen Brazil, which has accepted, but it said that there should be a proper or full conditions or proper structure that is set up to understand how this expansion is going to take place. So the expansion has not garnered the full support of all the member states of BRICS, and it seems that the resistance that is being posed by India will probably be a bit difficult to have, members that have applied to be part of it. One other thing is, other people have seen the Chinese government as being behind the expansion because it sees it as an opportunity to grow its influence, not only regionally in Africa here, but as well as globally, since we have other countries that have applied to be part of the BRICS. Now, whether it is beneficial for these countries to join, I think it's still early. It's at an early stage to give a final result. But from my view, I believe that an expansion will benefit the BRICS member group. Because it will allow for trade to happen. It will allow for countries to join the BRICS Bank as we know it. We've seen Saudi Arabia being keen on even being a member of this bank. And this bank we have seen of late challenging.
Go ahead, Patrick.
We have seen this bank challenge. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we have seen the BRICS Bank of late challenging institutions such as the World Bank. It has gone on, and the president said it yesterday, it has gone on to loan out money to member states, including South Africa, for development and so on and so forth.
Look, Patrick, how will the exact expansion of BRICS actually benefit South Africa and the continent at large? What I find interesting is that we've seen in the news with the current unrest in Niger and, of course, Burkina Faso with the coups that are currently taking place there, yet we are not getting interest from our closer allies on the African continent.
So for South Africa, it would be beneficial. South Africa, if one heard what the president was saying yesterday, the president did mention explicitly that Africa remains on the top agenda of South Africa's foreign policy. Now, having these countries being added to BRICS will aid South Africa to be able to have trade relations with countries at a better level. That will probably allow for the ease of the movement of goods and services between those countries. The president had touched on the African Continental Free Trade Area, and had also said that this summit will also try to look at how the BRICS can play a role. BRICS countries can play a role in taking advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Area. Hence, the 30 or so African heads of state that will be landing in the country. Now, it will be beneficial for Africa, a continent that does not have that has been closed off to itself, that does not have good inter-trade relations amongst itself. Africa has been closed to itself. And I think this African Continental Free Trade Area that has been brought up by the African Union is a step ahead to go, and it's a step ahead to allow for African countries to trade with each other and to benefit from trade, the trading of goods and services. So I really think that it is a good thing, and it will be benefit of Africa, because it's time that Africans have a seat at a table, instead of being the menu.
Look, I mean, while we're on intra-trade relations, there are talks, of course, of de-dollarization is, of course, in the air, with the subject said to dominate the summit. What do you think will be the impact of a BRICS currency on the dollar's dominance?
From my point of view, I did hear of talks of the de-dollarization and a common currency, but of recent I've just heard that it won't be on the agenda. But be that as it may, it's going to come back. It's not going to be put under the table. It's going to come back. These are countries, I think. These are countries that I think have felt that, for many years, they've not had the opportunity to have a fair level ground in terms of trading and in terms of buying goods and services and so on and so forth.
All right, Patrick, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your analysis there. That is Patrick Lukusa, who is a legal analyst and is also weighing in on the talks that will be, of course, dominating the BRICS Summit, which kicks off officially tomorrow.